Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Virtual College Exploration for all Pennsylvania students, sponsored by the Pennsylvania Association for College Admissions Counseling and StriveScan. PACAC is a nonprofit association comprised of more than 1,200 school counselors, college admissions counselors, independent educational consultants, and other professionals responsible for guiding students through the important transition from high school to post-secondary options. Thank you for joining us tonight. A few housekeeping items before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This is just one of many sessions happening, so be sure to check out the full schedule at pacac.org. That's PACAC.org. This presentation is also being recorded and will be available within a week at that same website, pacac.org. That's PACAC.org. And there's some more information there on the screen. At this time, I'm going to stop sharing my screen and turn it over to our presenters from Neumann University.
Awesome. Thank you so much. All right, guys, I will share my screen here with you and we will get started. So before we get started, I want to introduce myself. My name is Christine Gibble. I am Assistant Director of Undergraduate Enrollment here at Neumann University, also an alum, and am very, very excited to share my experience and university with you today. I'm going to go through some information, financial aid, programs, all that kind of good stuff. And then also if you have questions, please feel free to put them in the chat. I have Andrew, my colleague, here today, and we will get to them and answer any questions that you might have. All right. So just a quick background, Neumann is a private university outside the city of Philadelphia, about 25 minutes outside the city of Philadelphia. 2,400 undergraduate students, 48 different academic programs. Class size is about 22, and we have a 14-to-1 student to faculty ratio. Probably all schools use these numbers. I know they do. I'm certain that they do. The real reason it's important, and Neumann is a small school, you're getting a small experience. The reason these numbers are important is that you are getting a one-on-one personal experience with your professors. You know your professors for all the way from freshman year to senior year. You have the same professors. They know you. They know a little bit about you. They want to see you successful. They have your cell phone number. You have theirs. If you have problems, questions, they're there for you. It's a nice, small experience. I always use the expression, if you're going to be away from home, you want to have a place that feels like home, and Neumann is that place. 99% of students receive some sort of financial aid, and we'll get to that a little bit here when we talk about financial aid. Before we jump into the academic programs, I want to quickly talk about how our students at Neumann are successful. So we have what's called the hub at Neumann, and inside the hub is tutoring and writing services, disability services, if you have an IEP, academic coaching. If you're struggling with time management, academic coaching is there to kind of help you and say, okay, let's sit down with your schedule. If you have a 2-hour block in between your English and your math, maybe don't go back to the residence halls and take a nap. Maybe you actually go to the library, get a jump on that English paper, and that's what academic coaching is there for. Career and Personal Development Office is also located in the hub, and we'll talk a little bit more about career and personal development here in a second. And then Neumann also offers an honors program, and the criteria there are minimum 3.5 GPA. We also have some nice perks for our students who are interested in the honors program. So this year we opened a house on campus, which is called the Chiara House. It houses about 20 honors students, and then students also in the honors program get to register for classes before the rest of the student body, which is also a really nice perk. So career and personal development, inside career and personal development offers all list of paid and unpaid internships, as well as internships that students have done internships before. Career and personal development is there to help you. They'll help you with your resume writing, your interviewing skills, all of those need to know things so that you can be successful in the workforce. 1 in 5 graduates lands a job directly from one of their internships, and that is why we require all of our majors to have a clinical rotation or an internship or a field experience. We need that networking experience so that you have a network of professionals to turn to when you're looking for a job after you graduate. And then 80% of graduates are employed or continuing education within the first year, which we're really excited about, something that we're really proud that our students can say that they are graduated, they have employed or continuing education. So we have 4 different schools at Neumann. Arts and Sciences is one of them, and listed on the screen here are the different majors that we have through Arts and Sciences. We have everything from arts production and performance, which is arts, theater, and music, to biology. Biology clinical lab science actually has a 100% job placement rate. We also offer communications and digital media, and that major covers everything from TV, radio, film, all of the different mediums that you would use for communications and digital media. Criminal justice, a couple different options. So we have a straight bachelor's. We also have the master's in accounting, which is forensic accounting and fraud detection, as well as a dual enrollment with the Municipal Police Academy here in Delaware County. You would dual enroll with the Police Academy junior year and then graduate from the academy and with your bachelor's senior year. It gives you a nice jump and a leg up on the competition who are looking for jobs. And then we also offer English, mathematics, political science, boilerplate arts and sciences majors, as well as psychology. Here we have listed the majors under School of Business. So we have accounting, the master's in accounting, forensic accounting, and fraud detection, like I covered. And then we have business administration. And then you would pick a track or basically a minor in finance or human resources or international business. It's also possible if none of those really strike you and they aren't what you're interested in, you could do just a major in business administration. Also offer computer information systems, which is basically IT. And new to the university in 2019, we offer cybersecurity and data science analytics. And I'm excited about these majors because those fields around those majors are really growing. Here with the pandemic, everyone is working from home and cybersecurity is a really big problem. And cybersecurity major for our students is a really nice field where they need help. Also with data science and analytics, also a growing field. Companies are making decisions every day using data and science that people are giving them. And it's a great field. Marketing and sports management. I really wish people took advantage of sports management more. Basically, it's the front of the house for business. It's ticketing and marketing and sales, contracts and those kind of things. But then it's also the behind the scenes of what it takes to actually put on a sporting event. I really wish more people took advantage of it. Nursing and health sciences, if I had to rank our top 3 majors, nursing would be the #1 most popular major at Neumann, also the most rigorous. We have about 125 seats for our nursing program each year. We see about 700 applicants, so it's a very competitive program. We also offer health sciences, exercise physiology, and strength and conditioning, as well as a health educator track. And we have a brand new building to accommodate our health sciences that we're really also excited about. A brand new, opened about a year ago, and accommodates our health sciences and nursing. Education and human services. So we offer early education with a special education certification. Not required that you do the special ed cert, but definitely something that I would push all applicants to look at doing. It adds another feather to your cap, another thing you can put on your resume to get you into a school district. And I would push everyone to pursue it. Also have secondary ed, so you would major in biology or English or mathematics or political science, and then minor in secondary ed, and that's how we achieve the secondary ed piece. Our secondary ed cert covers everything from middle school through high school. And then also have a social work program, a very small program. It's new to the university, probably in the last 3 to 4 years. One of those programs where you're really going to get a hands-on experience. I know personally a few of the students in our social work program, and they have raved about how personal the experience is in that program. Pre-professional programs. So pre-professional means anywhere where you see pre, you're going to need more than just a bachelor's degree. So you're going to need a master's or a doctorate depending on the field that you're interested in. So take, for instance, our pre-athletic training. That field of pre-athletic training in general has moved from a minimum bachelor's to a minimum master's, and our program has changed to reflect that as well. Also offer pre-chiropractic, pre-engineering with Drexel. You do 2.5 years with Neumann, and it's mathematics, and then you do 2.5 years at Drexel, and they have chemical, mechanical, and electrical engineering. Also offer pre-law at Neumann. You do 3 years with Neumann as a political science major, and then go to Widener Law, where you do 3 years and can sit for the bar and have your Juris Doctorate. Also have physical therapy, so pre-PT, and then have the doctorate of physical therapy on our program. So we have a 3-year weekend program for our doctorate of physical therapy. All right, so we covered the in the classroom stuff. Now let's talk about the fun experience of what Neumann has to offer. Like I said, I'm an alum, and I'm excited to talk a little bit more about what makes our experience unique. We offer 30 different clubs and activities, everything from Nights for Education, which is a major specific club, to an Actus, which is a social responsibility club, to Boogie Nights, which is a dance team on campus. I always encourage students too, we're a small university, so if there's something that you don't see listed, or you're looking around and you don't see a certain sport or a certain club, ask about it, ask about starting it, ask about, getting more involved. We'd be glad to help you with that. Also are a Franciscan tradition, Catholic education. So we're looking at offering campus ministry for our students, offer different service immersion experiences and annual retreats, as well as daily mass. Those retreats and service immersion experiences are really nice for self-reflection and getting to do some community service work as well. Daily mass not required, but offered to all of our students. And then, like I said, I'm an alum. I really enjoy homecoming. I like being on campus with current and past Neumann students. It's gonna look a little bit different this year. They're having a drive-in movie on campus, which is really cool. And then typically they're going to have fireworks and food trucks, and they build it around the Halloween holiday, which is cool. And it's a really nice time to just be on campus with other students. All right, so we offer what's called suite style living, and suite style living is really nice. You have 3 individuals on one side of a room and 3 individuals on another, joined by a common area, sink and shower on one side, sink and toilet on another. And I have a quick video here to show you what it looks like. Also have a fitness center offer to our students, 24-hour security, and really a commuter-friendly campus. And what I mean by commuter-friendly is that academic advising is going to work with you to make sure that if you only want to be on campus 2 days a week, we can make that happen. Academic advising is going to have, okay, let's say all your classes Tuesdays and Thursdays, or you work Mondays and Wednesdays and you can't be on campus till later in the afternoon. They'll work with you to make sure that your schedule works the best for you. All right, let's take a quick look at this room. So this room was actually pictured inside what's called Flynn Hall. And we renovated Flynn probably about a year ago, spent $1 million on the renovation. And what we're looking at here is what it would look like if you enter the room from the hall. So I have the door to the room to my back. Here you see you have 2 individuals on one side of the room and 2 individuals here on the left, or on the right, I'm sorry. Here on the left-hand side, we have the sink and the toilet. And then on the right-hand side, we have the sink and shower. Nice thing about this is that you're only sharing, bathroom facilities with 3 other individuals. You're not communally sharing down the hall with 60 other people. It's all right there in your room. And actually with the renovation, all of this is brand new. So the tile in the showers is brand new. There's granite countertops. The floors are tile that look like hardwood. It's really nice, actually. So let's take a look at one of the sides, so you can kind of get a perspective of what that looks like. So here we have, each student is given a desk, a bed, and then they also receive a dresser. And you don't necessarily have to have the bed situated like this. There's plenty of room here on the other wall to have the other bed here on this back wall or on the side here. There's plenty of room for that. Any student can bring a microwave or refrigerator if they'd like, or they can rent it from the university at a small cost. And I have to say, in my time on other campuses and my time as an admissions professional, I have not seen residence halls this nice for freshman students. So I'm excited that we can offer this to our students and have just another perk of being a Neumann student. Awesome. Let's talk a little bit about athletics. So we are Division III university. We offer 24 varsity athletics, and they're listed there on the screen for you. Everything from baseball to basketball, lacrosse, and softball. There's pros and cons to D3. One of the pros is that you're playing against like ability smaller teams, so you're more likely to see playing time. One of the cons is that because we are Division III, we can't give additional scholarships. NCAA does not allow it. So, the trade-off is that you're gonna put the time in and see playing time, and that's really what you wanna do if you're in Division III. Also have club teams on campus, basketball, cheerleading, ice hockey, roller hockey, and then we also have rugby. No football on Newman's campus, but rugby achieves that pushing and shoving that students like to experience. So new at Neumann, we talked a little bit about these things. Here on the right-hand corner at the top, you have the Kiara House, which is the honors house for students that just opened here in the fall. Here on the left-hand side, we talked about the data science and cybersecurity majors, but then we didn't talk a little about the lab that we have. So we have 28 different computers in a lab for those majors. Also have a separate server room so we can teach hacking and things like that without actually disturbing our network for our actual campus. Then down at the bottom on the left-hand side is a picture of our new health sciences labs. So we have the exercise physiology and strength and conditioning labs, as well as the Beata teaching auditorium. Don't let that picture fool you there of the auditorium. That room will never be full for our nursing students. It seats about 300 people. For a class, it will only have about 20 students in it, but it is nice to offer if we have a keynote speaker or something like that on campus, we can accommodate a larger group. And then also with the renovation to Flynn, we have incorporated what's called Sora Luna Lounge. And Sora Luna Lounge, picture in your mind Central Perk on Friends. There's tables, chairs, booths, there's a stage at the front where we could do like an acoustic night or have a comedian on campus or something like that. And so really just another offering for our students to kind of relax and spread out and spend time with friends. So probably not the most exciting thing that we're going to talk about tonight, but definitely important information to cover is financial aid. So the first to do when you apply, the next thing to do is start thinking about financial aid. Here for seniors, the FAFSA has gone live here in the last couple weeks. And then if you're a junior, I would encourage you to look at our net price calculator on our website. You can plug in different estimates for what you think your parents make and what you think your GPA is, and the net price calculator will spit out an estimate of what we think you'll receive in aid and what your balance will be for the university. And then, like I said before, 99% of students receive some sort of financial aid, and that is in the form of a merit scholarship. So this year we're offering somewhere between $10,000 and $19,000 based on cumulative GPA to every student that is admitted to the university. Also offer a transfer scholarship somewhere between $10,000 and $15,000. Offer a nursing award to any of our nursing students interested in the program, and that's for $2,000. Also have a Catholic high school award, and that's for $3,000 anyone who goes to a Catholic high school. Residential grant, again, any student who is interested in living on campus will receive a residential grant of $3,000, just kind of offset the cost of living on campus. And then a first generation grant and a legacy award. Both of those are new. Legacy we're giving to any student whose mom, dad, brother, sister have graduated from the university. And then first generation for any student whose parents have not yet achieved a bachelor's degree. So we're excited to give those to our students as well. Have on the screen here listed applications that are needed for other scholarships. So what we're offering for our students is what's called a New Arts Scholarship. So any student interested in art, music, or theater, we give out 6 $2,000 scholarships. There's an application process with that, as well as typically the committee asks for a portfolio submission so they can make a decision about recipients for that award. Also offer a Cristo Rey Philadelphia Scholarship to anyone who's interested, or the Cristo Rey students, as well as McGuire Scholarship. So let's talk about the admissions process. 2 ways to apply to Neumann. One is through our application on our website directly, which is free, and then also through Common App, and both are free. We have moved test optional here in the spring because of the pandemic. So in the fall, we're looking at just your high school transcripts. I can review your application if you have a 2.5 cumulative GPA or higher with just your high school transcripts. Anything below that, I would work with you to get tests or an interview or a writing sample, recommendation letter, something like that, so that I can make a decision. Also have an early action deadline this year of December 1st. So if you apply, we have all your materials by December 1st. I guarantee a decision by Christmas. After that, we're rolling admission, which means whenever you get your materials to us and you submit your application, I can have a decision out to you in about 10 to 14 business days. Next steps to become a Neumann student and become the class of the 2025 is to submit your enrollment deposits. Probably a little bit early in the process for some of you for this step, but it's important to talk about because I have an exciting opportunity for you. So what we're offering is what's called an early enrollment advantage. And with this advantage, there's a couple benchmarks that you have to hit. And what we're looking at is if the student has completed the FAFSA before November 15th, has applied and been admitted by December 15th, and then has also submitted their $300 enrollment deposit with the university by January 15th, I guarantee free books for the year. It's a $900 book credit to anyone who finishes those 3 benchmarks. And it's a nice incentive for those mundane tasks that you just have to do. It's a nice incentive for you to say, okay, I've done those 3 things. I want free books, and I will give it to you. Listed here on the screen is my contact information, as well as my colleagues in the admissions office. I'd be glad to answer any and all questions that you have. If you want to reach out via email or via phone, I'd be glad to answer questions about programs, the admissions process, financial aid, any and all questions you have. Please do not hesitate to reach out to us. We also want to talk a little bit about our tours. So we're offering tours on campus every Thursday and Saturday, pretty much all through the end of December, looking also at different ways to visit and hosting virtual events. I have a quick video here to show you, just so you can experience Neumann's campus, and then we'll wrap up and answer any and all questions that you might have. Awesome. We're going to throw it into the Q&A and see if we have any questions here. Doesn't look like we have any questions. Like I said, if you have any questions, anything at all, there's no stupid questions. I'd be glad to answer any and all questions that anyone has. And I appreciate everybody hanging out with us for the last half hour or so, and have a great night.
All right, thank you for joining us, everyone. When you close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 4-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback you can provide. Also, this was just one of the many sessions being offered, so be sure to sign up for additional sessions at pacac.org. That's PACAC.org. In about a week, you'll be able to find this session's recording as well as all of the other session recordings at pacac.org. That's PACAC.org. Thank you so much. Thank you, Neumann University. Have a great night, everyone.
Thank you.